Ladies, gentlemen, and Cakecore viewers, especially that last group there, welcome back to Bracket Breakdown Season 1, where we're discussing who the best Smash Bros. Character is. And now here's the host that you all love to see every episode. It is me, and I just want to say, I just want to get this out of the way before next season, because I already know after last vote I'm not going to get invited back. I did have this guy on standby, alright? I'm not as biased as you think. Anyway, so today with us we have a panel here. We're going to discuss who between Donkey Kong and Ganondorf, who's better. To help us discuss this, we have the guy here, Patnat.
Thank you. I am the guy.
Daniel Bird. I never asked him how do I want to what to call him on the episodes, and I'm still not gonna do that. Here's Trent.
It's your boy.
It's
you can
the
address
other
me
guy.
as your
Also, the
boy.
reason why we're all here, Pandemonious.
Arguably,
we gotta jump into today's episode. Donkey Kong, Ganondorf, where we're at.
Okay, so yeah, we had an egregious vote last time, but the good thing is that now no matter what happens on the rest, like the losers bracket and stuff,
doesn't matter.
No.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is that like nothing will be like as egregious as that, right? Like we're kind of in the clear now, right? Arguably for even future bracket seasons.
Unless someone wants to sabotage.
I think they've already got the sabotage out of their system.
I don't know.
So let's talk about Ganondorf and DK. All right. I want to hear what Daniel has to say first, because he has to kill one of his children today.
Well, I haven't thought about it because I've been procrastinating this thought, because I do love Donkey Kong and I love Ganondorf. Donkey Kong is the first antagonist in any Nintendo game. Ganondorf is the antagonist of Nintendo games. I don't know.
Of every Nintendo game, Ganondorf is secretly the antagonist.
I like them both to play as. I like fighting against both of them.
Which one do you think is more like versatile? Like
I think Donkey Kong. He's pretty easy to pick up. He's pretty easy to get good with. He's kind of like, I feel like he's got some competitive value. Ganondorf, you know, he's got some gimmicks. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna kind of slide towards Donkey Kong.
I feel like immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
See, like this one. The whole losers bracket looks difficult to me because I don't have like the most. I realize none of these characters did I have the most investment in, but it's still like I don't know. Donkey Kong and Ganondorf are people I fight all the time because Daniel mains them, and I play against Daniel the most. And I have to say, against fighting, it's not very fun for me to fight against someone who's good with Donkey Kong, and that's not so much to the character's fault, but I think part of it is just that I like to say that Donkey Kong makes his own rules when you play against a Donkey Kong main. Suddenly these normal like ways you go about playing Smash change because Donkey Kong's priority and like frame one moves in the air are just out of this world, to the point where air game is different because you pretty much want to stay on the ground almost the entire time. Donkey Kong is really just like a more heavy version of Puff. He's he's like a very heavy version of Puff with like no recovery, you know? But when he's in the air, it's like just as fast as Puff, and it deals more knockback or whatnot. His back air will just send you flying at like 50% or so if your character's not super heavy. So I don't know. I feel like when I fight Ganondorf, because he has a little bit more utility and, like you said, kind of slightly more gimmicky, even then I wouldn't say Ganondorf's necessarily a gimmicky character. I would say it's just more interesting to fight, but also maybe more interesting to play because you have more moves that your range goes further than a lot of Donkey Kong's range. Donkey Kong, everything happens pretty much inside of Donkey Kong. Like the two characters are practically touching the entire time, and they're just pummeling each other because Donkey Kong's hitbox is so big, but also like his range is just so small, so everything's so up close and personal that
His range is decent. I think it's more like Donkey Kong's more of well, we already went over Mario. I shouldn't say he's kind of like Mario because everyone's gonna vote against him, but I feel like he's like Mario in a way where he's simple, and for the most part you just use his A moves. You don't really touch any of his B moves. You just kind of like, I don't know.
I think that's what makes him less interesting to me, though, is that you don't use your B moves as much. While Ganondorf, you use the B moves like all the time.
If I could
become like, go for it.
Yeah, if I could speak partially on that, I actually. Okay. I think that
now you can.
I just off the bat, I like Ganondorf better. Just as a character to play, I always thought he's cooler. When somebody picks him, you just know you're gonna throw down, and I'm kind of like excited for that. I also feel like when I play Donkey Kong, he does have like kind of a more cartoony way of playing, so he's more of a playful character. I would feel than the other one, but
I mean, his taunt is the most cartoony taunt I've ever seen.
No.
He's got, arguably, he's got the best taunt in the game, right? You know,
that's the next breakdown. That's the next breakdown.
Yeah, the next
I want the next taunt to be like this one.
What is this taunt?
To the camera.
Yeah, to the camera.
But no, okay, so Ganondorf, I like how he is super slow and super powerful. Like, that's just something that is like super interesting. Like Donkey Kong, he's powerful, but he, you know, you can hit anybody. He's a more fun character to play, I would say. But Ganondorf is satisfying when you're able to.
Oh, there's few things
hits,
more satisfying than like landing a Ganon side, or even his up tilt, his U tilt where it charges up and brings people closer. If you can land that and get them like get their shield broken or whatnot.
Or what about the up B, the
sword.
classic up B where you like just grab somebody and launch them, especially if you're trying
when
to
it
recover.
Techs them off the ground or whatnot.
Yeah.
Or not text, but ricochets.
Yeah.
I would say that landing the Warlock Punch is even more satisfying than landing a Falcon Punch.
The thing is,
Warlock Punch is OG satisfying. You know, it was satisfying back in the original game too. But like, and Donkey Kong also got that spike, that crazy awesome like A sideways. If you land one of that, that's really satisfying too.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the way that the characters are played, then I would say that Ganondorf has way more mobility than Donkey Kong, just personally because of his specials, and he doesn't need to move a lot, so he has all of the movement that he does need. Whereas with Donkey Kong, I find myself a lot of the times having problems with recovery, not being in the right spot, you know?
Yeah, because it's only horizontal recovery. He's got no like upwards mobility.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I also personally feel as though Donkey Kong is definitely more of a he's there because he's in Nintendo kind of character.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna vote for Ganondorf because one, he's like
that's what you're leaning
closely
towards. We're not
related.
at the vote yet, just so we're clear.
I personally.
Do you want to be? No. Yeah, honestly, kind of going into this, I was leaning Ganondorf a little bit too. But like I said, it's really close for me. I think one thing that stands out about Donkey Kong to me over Ganondorf is just Donkey Kong's got a heck of a lot more personality than Ganondorf, you know? Just this whole like goofy portrayal of Donkey Kong was birthed in like the Smash Brothers games. And if you even go to things like Subspace Emissary, right, which we haven't even talked about yet on this bracket, but that is embodiment of characters in Smash and their like personalities and stuff like that, right? Donkey Kong, I just remember like, go for it.
Was Donkey Kong 64 released before Smash Bros. 64? Because you can't tell me that they did the Donkey Kong rap and took themselves seriously.
No, Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kong 64, you can actually tell just by looking at the models, because the model of Donkey Kong in the original Smash, oh boy, it's bad. And then Donkey Kong 64, it's like much more improved. Also, Donkey Kong 64 came out like very late in the N64 life cycle. But that's a good point though, because you know, what Donkey Kong represents in games, I think is much stronger than what Ganondorf represents. You know, Ganondorf, even if we go back to personalities, Ganondorf's like only personality really is just being evil, and that's one of the things I criticize Zelda for a lot, is that like Ganondorf's not a super interesting villain once you see him over and over and over again. Then you have guys like Zant and a couple of other people like Garaham from other Zelda games, and you just think like Ganondorf's a cool big bad guy, and I don't want him to be in Zelda games, but man, just some kind of reason to sympathize with him would be nice. But if we stick to Smash Brothers specifically, and like I said, Subspace Emissary is kind of the embodiment of personalities in Smash. Ganondorf does have not necessarily a great personality, but he's got one of the cooler character arcs of being someone who's entirely under control. I think Daniel doesn't like Subspace Emissary as much as myself, but Ganondorf, you know, he was practically under control of like the Master Hand, but not knowing, unbeknownst to him, that Master Hand was under control of like some other figure known as Taboo. And Ganondorf's like, all right, screw it, I'm gonna take on Taboo or whatnot. I don't know.
Well, I don't. Okay, so one of the points he made, he said that Ganondorf's like more interesting than Donkey Kong.
Interesting to play, yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of like why Steve won the last round. That's a big reason, because he was more interested.
That's true.
And I thought we both decided that we didn't like that.
I think that the most interesting thing here would be your votes.
Someone else has got to go first.
I'll start. I'll start since
Yeah,
it's
I
just
want
a...
Trent and Panda to go first.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Panda went first a long time ago.
Let's see how they redeem themselves. Okay. Go.
My memories of these characters dictate a lot on how I'm voting. My memory of Donkey Kong is people spamming the grab and running off the cliff and killing yourself and somebody else, which was fun but annoying and like not worth it. Or like the ground pounding where you're like just killing everybody on the map all the time. Yeah, exactly. So like, do you really want to play against somebody who's just spamming these buttons, just killing everybody? Or do you want to play against Ganon, who's like, oh shoot, he either picked Ganon because he wants to try to land an insane hit, or because he actually knows how to play Ganon and is gonna totally wreck the field, you know? So like,
Yeah.
when somebody plays Ganon, it's like, it's fun no matter what, but it's more of a competitive fun, or like a not spam killing everybody fun, you know? So, I don't know. That I would say Ganon is my choice.
Okay. Can I go next, actually? Or Panda,
Sure.
do you want to go?
Go ahead.
Well, because I just kind of made my decision while Trent was talking. No, shoot, I can't go yet. I need more time. Panda, you go. Panda.
All right.
Sorry, this is a hard one for me.
For Ganondorf, because of I play Ganondorf more than Donkey Kong, and so not only does Donkey Kong have that suicide grab, but also Ganon can do the same thing with his side B. I just feel as though it's definitely a lot more skill and a lot more escapable if it's Ganondorf. I generally just have more fun playing Ganondorf, especially since he's so close to Captain Falcon in the way that he moves and the way that he attacks. So I'm voting Ganondorf, mainly because I just like him more.
Okay, I've decided. Yeah, I needed to hear both of you because it's so close for me. I've got a lot of respect for both of these characters, but I think, you know, one of the things, if it hasn't been made clear, that's kind of important to me about Smash characters is representation or whatnot. And I do think that Donkey Kong represents a lot more of the gaming industry than what Ganondorf himself does, right? And to add on to that, what Panda was talking about earlier, how like Ganondorf's very similar to Captain Falcon. You know, if Ganondorf was completely removed, we'd still have Falcon. Well, I don't think anyone would scratch the same itch that Donkey Kong has if we were to remove Donkey Kong. And I think that is all, like, it's literally a flip of a coin for me, but because I have to choose, I think I gotta go with Donkey Kong. It's so close, though. It's so close.
Yeah, you know,
Because I do think Ganondorf's more fun to play. Anyway, sorry.
that's the thing. Like, to be honest, I do play as Ganondorf more. That's just because I feel like he has a lot more competitive value, but like, when I'm playing as Donkey Kong, I'm having a great time. Like, same thing like when I'm playing against the Donkey Kong, you know? And they're both, I feel like, they're both pretty easy characters to pick up, but, like, if you don't, like, I don't know, if you don't know what you're doing as either of them, you're gonna get clapped. Like, they're similar in that way.
It's fair, yeah.
But honestly, I just feel like DK's, he's more of a fun character. Like, I'd be more upset if DK was removed than Ganondorf, you know? I think,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
DK.
They're
has-
close.
Odds, you got yet another tie.
There's a really good argument for both characters here, where it's like you could talk about competitive value to where Ganondorf is more fun to play as and more fun to play against, but Donkey Kong is goofy and really that is his personality, and his personality did come from Smash Bros. But then also on the other hand, we have, okay, so if Ganondorf was removed from the game, there wouldn't be as many tiers as if Donkey Kong was removed from the game. So I feel like there is a really good argument for both sides. I also side with Pat here when I say that this is basically a coin flip. I haven't really come across that many of them, but if you like unironically main Donkey Kong, like in a completely serious sense, there is help out there. You can get help. I feel like Ganon is just a better character.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Honestly,
It's
I can't
so
be upset.
close.
Like,
Yeah.
Ganondorf is still such a really good Smash character. He really is.
He's so fun.
Ganondorf wins. It's like, all right, that's fair enough. You know, they're both really, really good, solid characters. Honestly, I feel like we did Donkey Kong justice too.